everybody, hello or welcome back to my channel. My name is Ruth Venom. I hope you guys have an amazing day and amazing week so far. Yes! So yeah, sorry about last week. I was gone. I was planning on only being gone last Tuesday, but events started happening, so I ended up not being able to make a video for Saturday. So what initially happened is at my work, I work hospitality. So happened is not this Saturday that I missed, but the Saturday prior, our hot water tank and everything decided to die off because it's pretty old, and the corporation that bought it a few years ago hasn't replaced it. So with no hot water, you can't really do much. So we try to fix it. It's not fixed. Still to this day. I'm filming on Sunday. It's not fixed. So on Sunday and Monday, we had to start shutting it down because we knew corporation was going to shut it down because it was going to take time to get a new boiler and everything. Like, it takes like weeks, maybe a month and a half at the most. So we had to shut everything down. So I was like, cool. You know, I have to do this. I have to help everybody get everything shut down. I can miss Tuesday. Wasn't really wanting to, but I was like, you know, it happens. Stuff happens, you know. So I was thinking, you know, hey, like, this is where it kind of got really into where I work. So when we were finally done on Tuesday, we're like, cool, like, because corporate was like, oh, you'll probably be, you know, off for a couple weeks. And I was like, cool, that means I can just focus on my YouTube and, you know, whatever, get stuff done. On Wednesday, we got the ball dropped because we already knew our property was for sale for about like a year, but no one like never really bought it. We ended up getting bought during that time, and I'm showing up to actually the property the day after we shut down. It was very confusing. We didn't know what was going on, and they wanted to meet us and they wanted to hold all these meetings that would like last all day. Kind of like frustrating because we thought we were like gonna be like unemployed for just 2 weeks, and they come in and, you know, they're like, oh, well, we want to hold meetings with you, mandatory meetings, so we have to go do interviews with them because they want to keep everybody, but they want to find out, you know, where we're going to be, if we're going to stay in the same, if we're all going to stay in the same department or what they want. Kind of frustrating too is they would want you to be there all day until like late at night, and then show up, you know, like first thing in the morning, and it's like, excuse me, like, you don't even own it fully 100% until February. Like, what? I don't know, it's just like really confusing, and, you know, them wanting us to do everything even though we have no hot water, but most of the time when they tell us to come in, we're just standing around because they didn't show up. It's just a really big mess. So today was like Sunday, which is today I'm filming it. You guys won't see until Tuesday, but they didn't call me in or anything to do today, so I was like, well, I'm gonna get filming. I need to get ahead of this just in case if it was to happen. So right now, I don't know what's really going on. I kind of have like mixed feelings about everything. So once I know for sure, I'll tell you guys more. But pretty much what they're wanting to do is kind of take me away from part of my management, because I run the housekeeping department, which here in Montana for housekeeping, you make pretty good wages. So I'm not complaining. I made to work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and 1 day off. So I'm just like, I don't know about that, because, you know, I don't know, like, it's just not in my goal to be at this property for much longer anyways. Like, I want to move on since my daughter's old enough. If I want to go to trade school, I can go to trade school. If I want to go to college, I can go to college because she has school, so that's what I can do during the days or whatever. Like, I don't have to worry about daycare, if that makes sense. When she was younger, it's different because she's older. So it's definitely the whole, I need to figure out what I want to do and everything, and if it's really worth the headache, if I might say. Like I said, it's just pretty much, it's time for me to move on anyways, and I've already been thinking about, you know, moving on, but yeah, that's, once I know more, I'll let you guys know, but I already plan on having some other changes here soon, but I don't know exactly all yet. So yeah, it's pretty interesting over here where I'm at. So sorry for missing you guys last week, but that is why. But anyways, in today's video, we are going to be reviewing the NYX Money Heist palette. Yes! I know I dogged on it on my Mickey Mouse a little bit video, but I was like, you know what, the Mickey Mouse palette disappointed me, so I'm going to give this, you know, this bad boy a chance. And I also got the one of the highlighters. There's two. There's this rose gold one and a gold one. So I wanted to try these, and maybe they would give me a better impression than the last palette I reviewed. So I'm going to read off my phone because I bought it online. So for the palette, it is the NYX Professional Makeup Money Heist 32 Pan Mask Eyeshadow Palette. It was only $20, which is a pretty good deal. And the Money Heist Gold Bar Highlighter was only $9. So we are going to be playing with both. This is what she looks like. And what's really weird is even in Ulta, it was just like this. And then it just had like, you know, it's not there anymore, but you know, the film was there. And I was like, that's really weird packaging, but I mean, I get it. Or maybe not, I don't know. I thought that was kind of weird. It just didn't have like a hard copy for the palette. I'm very excited to dip into this palette. I haven't really seen much reviews on it, but we are gonna find out. Alright, so we are gonna start off with the palette, and once I get the rest of my makeup on, I will put on the highlighter, and at the very end, we will also be doing swatches. So I already got my eyebrows on, my eye base. I actually got a new eyeshadow primer potion by Urban Decay. I saw this when I was getting some stuff off of Ulta because the weather's really bad, so I couldn't go to the next town over. So I saw this online, and I have used Urban Decay products in the past, just like the setting sprays, and I was really satisfied. But you know, since it's expensive, I try to use different variations of setting spray that also work very well. So since I've been using NYX eye primer, I was like, you know what, I might as well just give this a try. It's really cute, very simple, and what I like about it, it kind of has like a tint to it. I don't know if you guys can really see that. And then it has like a spatula, which is really nice. So I'm gonna kind of see the difference, and since this is a NYX brand, I don't know the formula for this palette and stuff, so maybe let's see if I end up liking it with this. I might give other palettes that haven't worked the best with that primer. Maybe that might just help advance it a little bit. But we are gonna dip into the NYX the Money Heist palette. I know when I did the review for the Morphe palette I said this didn't really catch my interest, but since I had such horrible luck with the Mickey Mouse Morphe palette, I was like, you know what, I might as well just give this a try, and maybe this might actually be better than that. So on one eye we will do one theme, and on the other we are going to be doing something different, so we can do more of the, you know, the shades and everything. And some people were saying that this palette is not just an eyeshadow palette, it's kind of more like other type of like shadow, like, I don't know, it was weird. I was like really confused, but this is what she looks like. So very, very colorful, very much so. So I think, because I don't know what any of these look like on swatches, I think we are going to dip into Tokyo, which is this one right here. Kind of like a medium, darkish rose color, as you would say. That's what I would call it. So we're going to pick up a fluffy brush. We're just gonna pick it up with this guy right here, dip into Tokyo, and we're gonna do this eye first, so the left side, and I'm gonna start kind of creating, whoa, okay, a color base down. I don't know how well this color's transferring to you guys. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit more if I can, or I'll just bring you guys a little bit closer. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it is pretty bold, I will say. So far it's very pigment. I will say that I don't see any fallout with this shade, so that's nice. Alright. So I got that down, Tokyo. And let's see. I think I'm gonna go into red wine, which is right here, kind of like a darkish red. I'm going to pick up just a thin, nice brush like this guy right here. And I'm gonna start creating a crease in this eye right here. Kind of outline the crease. And kind of start thickening it a little bit and blend it out. So it's not like too harsh. And we might as well just bring it up just a little bit. Gonna go over it a little bit with Tokyo just to blend it out a little bit. And I am gonna go ahead just to kind of soften above Tokyo. Gonna take a little fluffy brush and I am gonna grab into mask. Actually, we're gonna dip into In the Bank, which is right here on top. Kind of like a light beige. Kind of tap off any excess and kind of go in the eyebrow area to, you know, just to kind of soften it up a little bit. So it's not too harsh. Because I did not expect that shade to be like very powerful. And this one's kind of dim, so I think I am going to dip into Code Word, which is right here. And kind of bring a little bit more color. Okay, there we go. Ooh, this Code Word is such like a pretty like light plum gray, if that makes sense. It's really, really pretty and kind of helping not make Tokyo too extreme, but I am going to fix her up a little bit right above here so we don't lose it like entirely, like all the way. Notice is I don't have no fallout so far, and they do blend pretty well, so far so good. I kind of want to go with a little bit more darker on the edge and then a shimmer in the inner, so then that way we're kind of exploring the shimmer shades. I think we are going to dip into between, I think it's GQ Plum and a red jumpsuit. I will show you because I'm pretty sure I just pronounced that totally wrong. So we're going to jump into this one and mix the two shades together and kind of see what we get. Kind of tap off any excess, and we're going to give it right here in the corner. Ooh, it's a pretty reddish. Oh, did not mean to bump that. These two colors really blend well together. Red wine is a little bit darker, but you know, that's okay. Right now, I'm not really focusing on like a look. I'm more focusing on like the product, you know, itself actually. So blend it out a little bit in here. Add a little bit more red. Right here. Drop that. And I do want to dip into the red wine a little bit to kind of get the shade a little bit more back, since it kind of did fade from putting these guys a little bit more on it. Before we go to a shimmer shade, I kind of want to add kind of like a black color on the end. So I am going to grab just a small brush like this, and I think we are going to dip into Revolt, which looks like a black, and it is right here. And I'm going to add some black just on the very end. Here, I don't want to go too much with it. And kind of connect red wine with it at the end. Maybe lift up the blackness a little bit. But it is a nice black, and so far with these shades, no fallout, so that's a good sign. A little bit smoky on the edge. Fix red wine real quick, make it a little bit more bold. At the very edge where we added that black. Okay. Let's see if we can sweep some of that redness over it. Not too bad. I don't want to go too ham on the black. I do see how bold it can be, like right here. But it does seem like if I wanted to keep going and adding more, I'd have to keep on dipping in, which isn't bad. It's a buildable black. And we are going to add some shimmer. Should we do a reddish shimmer, or should we go with more of a subtle? I think we are going to go with Rio, which is this shimmer right here, kind of like a reddish tone, but it does have some black and gold into it, as it appears. That's what it is. We are gonna grab a flat brush just like this and dip into Rio. Get some on our brush and then place it down in the inner. Ooh, that's really pretty. Ooh. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's like a really pretty like shimmer. Ooh. Yes, that is so pretty. Now my red wine is like becoming so faded, and then here's like this blotch of redness, which is fine. It's fine. But yeah, that is it so far. It's actually really cute, really nice. Maybe not with this look, but it's cute, and it was very easily, you know, put on. It when I wanted to go over the red, it transferred really nicely. And I mean, I probably got this from my brush, but I don't see like no fallout besides from the black, maybe like a couple spots right here. But so far, so good. Those shades that we picked don't have fallout. So I think on the next eye, we are going to dip into a mask on. I'm gonna start right here on the top. Which I don't see it on my eyes. I mean, lightly, but not like so much. Since mask on, I can't really see. I'm gonna go ahead and dip into El Professor, which is this one right here. Very lightly, because I think this one's a dark shade, but I'm just gonna dip into it very lightly and kind of start going lightly on it, which is kind of like a cute dark faded green, grayish. Like I'm getting like a gray and green tint. Yep, just let me mess up my and since that's I just messed up, I'm gonna put mask on top above it just to help cover that mess of a mark I just made and kind of fade it out. If it wants to cover it, will it cover it? A little bit, not too much, but go back in with El Professor and kind of create my shape that I want right here. It's a nice color. It's really pretty. So far, no fallout with these two shades we tried. The green is very nice. It's kind of adding a dimension to where I'm really putting it on and then kind of just like feathering it out a little bit. But it's mostly dark right here and then a little bit of a lighter shade. So I think for the next shade I want to put in the inner corner is Print Money, which is right here by the gold. Pick up just a little brush and start putting it in the inner corner. This green shimmer is okay, but it kind of feels like I have to keep on going and placing it to kind of darken it. And we are starting to see some fallout using Print Money. It's already here on my nose. So let's go ahead and I want to use one more shimmer. And I think I want to use I think it's pronounced Lisboy. I think I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it's this one right next to El Professor. This other green shimmer. Gonna pick up another little flat brush. And it seems to be a little bit more of a darker shimmer green, so let's find out. Ooh, that's really pretty. Ooh. Really, really pretty. Now this one, I'm not seeing much fallout yet. Let me Add a little bit more. So yeah, this one doesn't have much fallout that I can see, but Print Money does. Fix that. So to add to the edge, I think I'm just gonna pick a random color just to put on the edge, because I do want to try just a different color. We mostly dark, but Uno Mas is really grabbing my attention, and it kind of looks more like a rustic orange, which is this one. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just plop it on because why not? We're just, like I said, we're not, for this review, I'm not really trying to create a look. I'm just wanting to test the product itself to make sure that it's actually like wearable and everything, and the blending, which so far the blending is pretty good, even with, you know, Print Money not being like the best. It did blend into it did, but Print Money did blend well with the other dark green we just put down. It's transferred into nicely, even though it's not like the best pigment for Print Money. And El Professor blended out really nicely. It's like, so far the pigment's staying. So, you know, I'm not that bad. I'm not mad at it. Just, yeah, let's just go ahead and add Uno Mas to the edge and see how well, and let's see what this color looks like, which is like a rustic orange. That's what I would say, like a rustic kind of orange. We're just gonna blend this in, and maybe it will turn kind of like a different color. I mean, it's blending nice with El Professor. It's kind of creating a different type of green right here, which is cute. I'm not a fan of a rustic orange, but it's pigment. It definitely is. So that's nice. We'll just blend it in with these guys. It's kind of like with El Professor and Uno Mas, it's kind of like creating like a bruise color right there. But I mean, it is pigment. If you had like different, like it's mostly all darker shades for the mattes, and there is quite a bit of shimmers, which it ranges from like light to medium and dark, which is nice. But I just wish that there could have been a little bit less shimmers and more of like the neutral matte colors to kind of like mix other things with it. But I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm not mad at it. It is a cute orange, just not for me. And it kind of feels like these colors in this palette's very random. Like if I wanted to do like an all pink, knowing the swatches ahead of time, yeah, I could have. But Tokyo turned up, like I said, like I don't even know what these look like without swatching them first. So I just like grabbed what I wanted and to try and put on my eyes. But I think next we are going to try the swatches. I'm going to go ahead, take this off, maybe come up with a cute look with this palette, with the shades I've already tried, and then we'll come back and we will do some swatches. Alright, we are back. I took off the eyeshadow I kind of mixed together, and I just put on like a little basic little look for you. On the plus side, I will say this, when I was wiping the makeup off and while I was doing the swatches, it wiped off so easily, the eyeshadow, and it didn't stain the skin or anything. So I will say right off the bat, they are very well pigment, and it doesn't stain the skin, and they are very easily removed. Just like a quick little, you know, back and forth 2 to 3 times on a makeup wipe or on a, you know, cotton pad with some makeup remover, and it's pretty much removed, so that is a plus. I already laid down some highlighter, so I will show you the NYX Professional Makeup Highlighter Illuminer Rose Gold. It's like kind of like a bar of gold. Once you open it, it's kind of tricky if you're not used to opening these, but this is what it looks like. It's very cute, and the only gold that matters, El Professor. So it's kind of like a bar of gold container, and then when you open up, I have the rose gold color, and then you can choose gold, but I wanted to go with rose gold because I knew the gold shade wouldn't really like go with me. I'm always like used to like rose gold or like stuff like that, but that's what she looks like. And we are going to swatch it up and down on the finger, and very well, yeah, that's pretty nice. And then we want to switch it around a little bit more on the finger, and let's go ahead and just place some, dab it. I don't know how well you can see, but it's very blinding, I will say that. So that is nice. And yeah, it's very cute and very simple, very soft. I will definitely say that. The formula on the shadows and the highlighter, it's like really, really soft, which is really nice because sometimes highlighters can be gritty. And I would definitely recommend this. Like, definitely go pick it up. Very cute, and it doesn't evaporate. I kept this one on for a while to see if they would evaporate, and they didn't. That's why I kind of put it on a little bit heavy. That's why I look a little bit weird, but I did go heavy-handed with these shadows, like to really pack on the product just in case if it did evaporate, which it didn't. So very nice. Let's go ahead and dip into the palette. Yes! All right, so I'm gonna be calling off the shades, and I will have a picture of the product and what it looks like. So in the first row, which is right here, and some of these names I might butcher, so fair warning, it is going to be Estocolmo, probably pronounced that wrong, In the Bank, and Sandstone. Sandstone is a very light shimmer shade, which is very nice. Extra, which is this one right here, very pretty colors. It is Helsinki, The Vault, Print Money, and Mahogany Desk. Row right here. It is Code Word, Money Toss, Royal Mint, which is such a gorgeous color. Like, ooh, you can probably turn that into a highlight or something. Lisbo, I think that's what it says. Lizia, or I don't know. And then El Professor. Fourth row here, I will show you these. The fourth row is all shimmers. It is Denver, State Secrets, Heist, Rio, and Berlin. Fifth row, which is right here, it is Diggin', Gold Flood, Uno Mas, Press Leak, Chic Plum, Rock Bottom. Sixth row, which is right here, the shades are Red Wine, One Last Time, Tokyo, Boom Poo Chow, and Red Jumpsuit. And this swatch, I added these two rows together. So it's going to be these two rows for the last swatch. It is Mask On, Revolt, Stacks on Stacks, and Nairobi. I think that's how you pronounce her name, Nairobi. Yeah. And it's really cute. You can't really see it now, but on her little stamp, she had like a little teddy bear, which I thought was just so cute. I've only watched like the first or two seasons. Like definitely the first, and I think the second, but that's about it. But yeah, I would say these shades are very, very nice. They do blend well. Some of them do have a little bit of fallout, but I would say overall, The two pieces I have from the collection are definitely worth, I would say, the penny. This one was 20 bucks. So not bad for a bad palette. I would just say definitely swatch. First, if you're kind of like in a rush and want to get makeup on, definitely swatch them and maybe have time to play with them for a little bit. Just so you're not thinking you're dipping into one color and it's showing a different one. But yeah, I would say definitely worth it. Definitely worth it than the Morphe Mickey Mouse palette. Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, I would love to hear if you guys have, you know, purchased this palette, or are you thinking about purchasing, sorry. So I would love to hear if you guys have purchased this palette. Are you thinking about buying it? Did you love it? Do you not like it? Do you know someone that did and you're just like, I would love to hear your guys' opinions. I can't wait to see you in the next video, and I will see you soon. Bye.